Up that intro card here as we head into round 2 of this best of 3. So this is the third Fresh Recruit tournament. Winner of the tournament automatically qualifies for a place in the playoffs that are going to be held at the end of March. And we have Parkmap with his Beastmen taking on Aetherion with his Bretonnians in round 2. I do love this map very much. I think it's very pretty to look at. Has some northern lights to check out, and yeah, just some good terrain to work with. A nice bit of forest for both players to utilize if they need. And let's take a look at it. So, starting with Bretonnia here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spearmen at arms. Going to have some peasant mob, 2 of them, and then we're going to have some peasant bowmen with pox arrows. Aside from this, we have a single tree bucket, as Romulan likes to call it, so a trebuchet down here. Interesting army. What in the hell am I looking at? This is crazy. Over here in the forest, we'll have the cavalry contingent. Looks like we have 2 Knights of the Realm, as well as some Grail Knights. 2 Grail Knights, 2 Knights of the Realm over here in the forest to be that anti-large portion of the Bretonnian army. And Knights of the Realm and Grail Knights are absolutely wonderful units and can do very well against the Beastmen large units. Now, for the meat and potatoes of this army, we got a Grail Relique holding down the center to give immune to psychology and a plus 12 leadership buff. We're going to have Gotrek. Gotrek is going to be down here on the ground. He's going to have heroic fortitude, but he's also going to have Gotrek's Doom. Now, for the magic, we have a Jade Wizard, or sorry, a Damsel of Life down on the ground with Regrowth, Shield of Thorns, I think it was Earthblood. Yeah, Earthblood, Scroll of Shielding, Power Stone, and Life Bloom. And then up in the air, I think we have Alberic de Bordelou, who is going to be that other anti-large hero, but this time up on top of a Hippogriff instead of a Manticore. And we have Wrath of Manon, Heroic Killing Blow, Rally, Braid of Bordelou, and Spirit of the Tempest, which gives a lovely area of effect, speed, and charge bonus to units nearby. For the Beastmen, 3 Ungor Spears up front. All of them will have the shields. Oh no, just kidding. 2 will have the shields, 1 will not. Then we're going to have Goreherd. It looks like 3 Goreherd backing them up. In the far back line, we've got 1, 2, 3 Razor Goreherd. They will be supporting the Butchers of Kalkengard, ROR Minos with silver shields, as well as another unit of Minotaurs with great weapons over here on the Beastmen left flank. Some heavy hitters right here. For the leadership, we have a Bray Shaman of the Wild on top of a Chariot. He's going to have Viletide as well as the Cygor summon, along with Jagged Dagger and Bestial Surge. In this matchup, I would definitely recommend bringing Traderkin. It's very good against the Bretonnian cavalry, help slow him down, do some nice damage to him. On the far left flank, haven't seen these bad boys in a while. We got Centaurs, and Centaurs are great weapons, but the Sons of Goros. Now, I love Centaurs. They used to be one of the best units the Beastmen had. Don't see them as much in games anymore. They're a little bit squishier now. But the Sons of Goros could really do well here because they have magical damage. If they can get some well-timed rear charges on top of those Grail Knights, they're going to ignore all that physical resistance, ignore that armor, and they're just going to start slicing and dicing. But they need to make sure it's a rear charge because if they go toe-to-toe in like a head-on engagement into Grail Knights, they will get slaughtered. Trebuchet is firing away. And the Beastmen are going to start pushing forward. Yeah, the Cygor won't have a ton of good targets, to be honest. So we'll see how it's utilized. Maybe it'll just be summoned for melee combat. That would make sense to me. Over here, the Bretonnian Knights are being sneaky, sneaky. Got Knights of the Realm getting ready to poke out of this forest whenever ready. But I think the Centaurs see this one now. Or maybe not. And yeah, they're probably going to start pulling back closer to their own army. Oh, the Trebuchet. An interesting piquet against the Beastmen. Looks like the Centaurs are trying to pull out of here. No, what are you doing, Centaurs? What are you doing? Ugh. No, 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 no. These Centaurs are going to get slaughtered. These Knights of the Realm just crushed them. And now the Sons of Goros are getting in combat over here. And we have Grail Knights coming in for a side charge into these forces. And the Beastmen are getting way too preoccupied, I think, with Alberic de Bordelou. And now they are getting surrounded by a lot of healthy Knights of the Realm and a lot of Grail Knights. Shield of Thorns is getting popped as well. Minotaurs are great weapons. We'll see what kind of work they can do. And now the Razor Gourd Herd are hitting the Grail Knights from the side, and that should kind of block out their avenue of escape. But look at this, a beautiful pull out and charge right back into the rear of the Beastmen, and that's going to start making these Gore Herd rampage very quickly. As you can see, the combat is really starting to go against the Beastmen now. But then again, now Alberic's pulling back, and now that the Bretonnians are trying to pull out of combat, this is where the Beastmen can really shine. The Bretonnians can't outrun them, so when they're pulling out, you're going to have Razor Gore Herd on their ass, you're going to have Sons of Goros on their ass, Minotaurs. So very curious to see what happens in that blob engagement. Meanwhile, over here on the main line engagement, we're going to be seeing the Butchers of Kalkengard over here helping cause terror, I would imagine, on top of these units. However, the Grail Relic going to prevent those terror routes from ever happening. So some nice plays there, but the Butchers of Kalkengard are still so healthy. And look at this, Malagor the Dark Omen is getting trounced. Or sorry, Morgor Shadowgate is getting crushed by Gotrek, and he needs to get the hell out of there. He's running for his life. Over here in the big blob fight engagement, it does look like the Bretonnians are coming out on top, I have to say. Alberic has taken some damage, but the Sons of Goros are wavering, probably going to rout soon. All of the Razor Gore Herd besides one is routing off right now. And Bretonnia's got the heals. But here comes a Cygor summon. Will this be enough to turn the tide of battle? Oh, the terror kicking in on the Knights of the Realm right now. The Grail Knights obviously are immune to psychology, and they have the Scroll of Shielding, which is really helping keep them healthy. So the Beastmen actually, you know, doing like the Cygor summon there, saving the day for them. Balance of power is in favor of the Beastmen at the moment, and I think the longer this battle goes on, what we're going to see is the Beastmen infantry just dominating the Bretonnian infantry. And right now it's just clear that the Bretonnians are desperately trying to kill off all these large units. The Minotaurs are great weapons and so forth. But a Chaos Spawn has been summoned, and there's another Chaos Spawn in here. And now all the Bretonnians are getting sandwiched between Razor Gore Herd, Minotaurs are great weapons, and a Cygor that is on its way in. And Alberic de Bourdaloue may die right here, and it looks like that may be the case as the balance of power is shifting heavily against our Bretonnian forces. We may be looking at a Beastman victory here. Going after Gotrek. Gotrek obviously is unbreakable. Oh, the Damsel of Life, since she's on foot, is probably not going to be able to escape these Gore Herd. Although she will fight nobly. Yeah, this looks like too little too late. I mean, Alberic de Bourdaloue is going to dive into Morgor the Shadow Cave. The Butchers of Kalkengard are nearby to help support, though. Oh, yeah, Alberic's going to start routing, and that's going to be a GG. The Beastmen just overwhelming the Bretonnian forces. All right, congratulations there to Parkmap. Better luck next time's Aetherion. You know, some beautiful games to this player. I like this Bretonnian build a lot, and it really could have gone either way. It was just those engagements down at the bottom. I mean, the Sons of Goros actually, I think, did pretty well for themselves, all things considered. They stayed in combat for quite a while, and yeah, it just really, like, the infantry department was clearly already won for the Beastmen. The Bretonnians really would have needed to have like cycle charged the Gore Herd. Otherwise, the Gore Herd are just going to mop up all this Bretonnian infantry, no problem. And even though that initial Centaur charge I was baffled by, I mean, in the end, I guess it worked out for the Beastmen since they won the blob fight, but I just think it was a big gamble, and I really hate to see a Centaur do a head-on charge against Knights of the Realm, because as you saw, it just melted those poor bastards. But enough said, let's go into the final.